31-year-old Brittany Lyon, back in 2021, her boyfriend, Samuel Cabrera Jr., was sentenced to multiple terms of life without parole after he was found guilty on several counts of child molestation, kidnapping, burglary, and conspiracy. The two were also charged for allegedly molesting multiple girls while Lyon videotaped the crimes. Today, family members of those victims confronted Lyon in court, calling her a monster.
The defendant is a monster. There's just no other way to describe it. Absolute monster for the havoc that she's wreaked upon our society, upon our citizens. It's deplorable. It's disgusting. But it's over today.
Prosecutors say Lyon found babysitting jobs on care.com, which is an online platform that connects families with caregivers. Prosecutors also say Lyon and Cabrera would often assault the young girls inside their own home.
Honestly, if I'm being honest, that platform needs to be sued too. I know they're suing this piece of shit human being, but that online platform needs to be sued too. Because how do you partner with a babysitter and you didn't do your own proper background check? Because that's just being careless. How do you partner? You hire this babysitter, you put them on your online platform. You didn't do no background check. You didn't check if they got some molestation problem or, maybe her husband, because this boyfriend or husband maybe do some background check. How do you not do that? Because if this online platform has done their real homework, they probably will have found out that this person is dating a child molestation person or dating a criminal. Or maybe she's a criminal too. But because they didn't do the background check, that's why the situations like this happen. I don't know why the family of this victim didn't sue the platform, because that's where the problem started from. The platform is where the problem started from. I understand these people are a piece of shit. They're bad human being, but it all starts from the platform. So the platform needs to be sued, if I'm being honest, actually. But let's, looking at this shit just makes you sad. It's like, how do people get to this mental state where you're just molesting kids? It's like, how do you get to this level? Because according to what I just heard, she's doing it with a partner. They're doing it together. How do you get to this level of stupidity or this level of being just an idiot and you do stupid shit like this? I understand human being can be like terrifying. Human being can be really bad, but these bad though? Because every time I hear stories about child molestation, it's like, I feel like these are the kind of people you need to put in a lab, do some operation on them and check out the brain is functioning. Because sometimes you need to know what's going on out there. Maybe it's something we can fix, because I'm sure there are a lot of people walking around thinking the same way. And this shit is happening more frequently in the United States. Because in Estonia here, you don't really hear, bad things like this. It's always from the United States where you hear things like that. These people need to be examined, and you need to, don't just put these people in jail, because there's a lot of people doing the same shit. We got the teachers in school of women, doing all this rape thing with the young boys and shit. Then we got the child molestation and all those things going on. Is a lot of the situations. It's crazy. Imagine having a babysitter that you're trusting with your own kid, and something like this happen. This is why me personally, I don't encourage babysitter. I've said it so many times. I'm a traditional person. I don't believe in this whole feminism bullshit. I'm a transitional person. If I'm working my ass off for my wife or for my girlfriend, wherever, and we got kids, she better be taking care of the kids. It's as simple as that. I ain't doing the whole babysitter thing. Because sometimes you just never know. And this online platform, they don't do their due diligence to check who they're dealing with. They just need people to work. Once you can work and you're available and you're a woman, that's it. Because most time when people see women, they just trust them, especially if they're like of age. If the person is like 20 years old or 20 some, most time they're like, okay, maybe she's young, maybe she's doing drugs and shit. But especially when they're of age and they're pretty older, they don't do no background check. This is why I don't believe in the whole man and woman going to work. This is exactly why I don't believe in this shit. Because imagine the wife, the husband goes to work, and now you gotta put your baby with some random human that you don't even know. And sometime, people might say, yeah, it might be a long time you've been working with this babysitter, but yeah, you still don't know this babysitter. This babysitter is not your family. This person comes to your home and go back to their home every day. You don't know what they're doing with your kid during the day. You don't know what's happening in your home during the day. When you're at work, you don't know what's going on. You don't know what's going on. That's why I don't support babysitting. That's why the whole society is falling to trash right now because, mothers in our home, at home, moms in our home no more. Everyone is working and hustling and bustling, and it's a hustle culture now. We have the whole feminism shit going on. Women want to be equal to men, and we got people claiming they're like fucking avocados and shit. People identifying as sheep and goats. The whole shit is just upside down. The whole family thing is broken. Because if the family was still intact, we ain't gonna have situations like this. Because mom is gonna be with the kid, the father is gonna be working. Maybe your grandmother is around, and you don't have problems like this. But now the whole shit is a hustle culture. Everyone is going to work. No one got time for kids. It's either you're a single mom or you're a single dad. You're divorced here or divorced there. People are leaving marriage because they don't feel good. Now she's a single mom. Now she got to go to work. And now she got to hire a babysitter. The same thing goes for the man. Now he's a single daddy. And now you got to hire a babysitter. These are the problem we got. These are the kind of situation we gonna always get due to the current situation we got in the modern world right now. We're gonna have situations like this where you're gonna have to leave your kid with a stranger for like 9 hours, trusting the stranger is a good person, but you don't know this person. But because she's a woman, oh yeah, I trust her because she's a woman. That's what ended up happening. Now you got a bunch of mental, deranged kids walking around. Families in a home, you don't know what they're doing to your kids when you're at work. And kids are too young, they can't say shit. By the time this kid is like 15, 20 years old, they're fucked in the head. Their brain is dead. Because you're just working, daddy's working, mom is working. Now you dump this kid with the babysitter. You don't know what this babysitter doing with your kid. And most of these kids are young. It's when they get older, and now they can't forget the shit happened to them when they're young, and now they got mental problem. They're bipolar and all this shit. That's why I would never support having a babysitter. I've said it so many times. If I have a woman and she wants to work, we're not gonna get married. We're not gonna date either. I don't support that shit. I don't support it because I'm not going to let a stranger raise my kid. People might call me sexist and misogynist and all this shit, but this is what I'm trying to avoid. Because you don't know who you're dealing with. You go pay this person to ruin your kid's life just because you want to go make money and she wants to make money and all this shit. This is crazy, man. People are sad. People are bad people. There's a lot of bad people out here. So you got to be careful, man. You got to be careful. There's a lot of bad people out here. Anyway, man, let me know what y'all think about this situation in the comment section, man. Please like and subscribe to my channel, man. I'm